So now we move on. We move on to the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? We move on to the Raptors, and you know, the Raptors, honestly, like, they won the last 3 games. You already know, obviously, and you know, the Raptors was moving properly. They was moving properly, right? They was moving properly, especially with no Pascal and, you know, no couple of guys, right? We know how they was moving. And honestly, it was something to actually be like, you know what? This team, I mean, like, at the end of the day, this is what elite looks like in terms of the fact that they're just the guys, what the guy's ability, the guy's build and stuff like that, right? So, like, obviously they had Van Vliet out, Lowry, and the rest of them, you know, they resting. They even got fined, I guess, because they're thinking that they're capping, right? And I think that the fact that they're resting these guys on purpose, right, I think they are trying to actually tank, right, and not make it. But now that you have the Bulls, who are without Levine for like what 10 to 14 days they had, so it's probably what about 10 days by now. I'll probably say 9-10 days. So that's a couple more games, right? They could drop down and lose a 1-2, right? And the Raptors will be in 10th, and they might make the play-in by default. They might make the play-in by accident, right? And that's what I was saying. That's sometimes always happens with the Raptors. Like, they try to tank or whatever, and it's like, it's just not in the blood, right? It's just not in the blood, right? It's not in the bloodstream at all. They're like trying to tank, and then now you have a man show ability. You're having Yuta from the last game, right before the game with OKC. You're having Yuta have his career high. You're having Paul Watson have his career high, and Yuta's doing pull-ups. Like, I'm watching Yuta do pull-ups. I'm watching Boucher do pull-ups. I'm watching Malachi do pull-ups. I'm watching Trent, even if he's struggling. The fact that, like, he obviously shot horrendous, 9 for 25, but I'm watching ability. I don't care about the misses. I don't. To be honest, I don't care about the misses. Especially when you're a young guy, I never care about the misses. Your efficiency naturally will increase as you get better and you get better and you get more seasoned. You're going to naturally increase. You get the offseason reps in. Like, you're going to get more reps. This is him just coming in from not getting that many shots, all of a sudden to be thrown in mid-season, right? Trade deadline to now getting shots, Trent. And what are you doing? Shot creating. So I don't expect his efficiency to be high because before he was only getting maybe, 10 shots max? And then even when CJ was out, it went up a little bit. But even then, the fact that he's able to shot create, you know, don't even need to go to the paint to get any bucket. Like, confident, even with him, even with misses, still pull, and still make. Right? So, like, come on now. Like, I'm not worried about Trent. Like, this is a positive sign. Anytime Trent is bricking and he's still showing ability and still, like, you got to understand, as a hooper, most guys, when you start bricking, it's like, you're not comfortable taking tough takes. You're not comfortable taking it because you know that your palms are sweaty. You want, if anything, attack. That's what they tell you. Attack, run to the paint, go to the free throw line, get that rhythm back, and then now take the tough takes. The man doesn't do that. The fact that he's confident in his mind, like, that's extreme confidence. That's what I'm trying to highlight to y'all. Extreme confidence is the fact that you're struggling, but yet your mind tells you, I'm going to still take an elite take as if I'm hot. I'm going to still take a heat check take as if I'm hot. It don't matter because I'm confident. I believe that I can hit it. My misses don't even matter. The fact that you could erase your misses, it don't matter. I'm hot whenever. Whenever I pull it, it should go in. Anytime I shoot, it's like I'm hot. That extreme confidence is nothing. It's not a negative at all. There's nothing negative about that. That's the biggest positive. That's the Kobe Jordan mindset. Like, that is it right there. That's what you say, that it factor. That's like, that man is never scared. That right there. And that's what I see from Trent. And that's what I'm like, yo, the ability is nice, man. And I'm watching the take. My God, the step back. I'm watching some of these takes and I'm like, yo, this is elite, man. This is elite. Even if he misses, even if he makes, like, this is elite. I'm watching Malachi. I'm watching all these guys do takes. Like, the fact that Boucher is looking like he came off the KD tree with these pull-ups in the gaps. You know what I'm saying? Like, with length and stuff like that. Like, it just exposes how Pascal has never improved. Like, the more I see these guys, the more I'm like, Pascal, what are you really doing? What are you really doing? And I don't like to harp on Pascal. I don't. But it's like, stuff like this is so hard not to when you see Yuta finally get one opportunity. You would think he's just going to take guaranteed takes. The man is doing pull-ups. That's how you know it's my ability. Like, it's my ability. Most guys do pull-ups or they do shot creating takes when they're already hot. Like I said, when they're comfortable, like, it's not in their blood. But the fact that you don't even have the green light yet, you just have one opportunity. You might get benched if you miss 3 takes in a row. And mans are still taking it like it don't matter. Like, because it's in the blood. It's in the blood. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm starting to see from once you take out the Van Fleet, you take out all these guys, I'm seeing ability all over the place. Like, I'm actually seeing ability. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just sad that Pascal could go all these years and not show no ability. And people still act like he's been improving. Oh, my God, his handle. I told y'all he never improved. His situation improved. Or else, why is he showing no ability when guys in one game Yuta plays and you see more ability than Pascal applies? One game. How many wrong foot or 1 foot runners, floaters, you know, pull up in the pull-ups like that you seen from Yuta in that 21 points? I don't even see that from Pascal's. All push shots, push shot floaters, spins, layups. Like, that's what it is. And then set shots. Once in a blue moon, he would step back in the midi or his 1 foot or whatever. But, like, majority of the times, it's all straight paint. See, I come in the paint, that's all it is. So, like, I'm seeing this ability, and I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy that, like, these young guys, these youngins, these guys who are, like, trying to make a name for themselves have the ability, and they're actually going to it. Like, that's extreme confidence, and that's something that is always a benefit down the line. And, like, seeing Boucher do what he was doing, I'm like, maybe in the future at some point, like, you might have to just put Boucher at the 4 and, like, put a big at the 5. I mean, maybe Pascal goes to the 3. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Or maybe Boucher comes off the bench being the 4. Like, obviously, because Boucher at the 5, the problem with that is that, you know, the lack of the strength, the lack of girth, obviously. You know what I mean? He does help side block and all those type of stuff in team defense. But one-on-one, Mans could break his chest. Like, he's skinny. And we understand that. But like I said, he literally has the Bobo KD blueprint. Like, he literally from that tree. He's from that tree. Do pull-ups. Like, he could play the 4 and just shot create when he gets it. And actually, he could spot up. Like, even though his shot is hella, you know, looks fugazi or whatever the case is, like, he's actually showing his potent ability. He's showing it. So, you know, he could be playing the 4 often and just should be the 4 moving forward. That's what he should be. He shouldn't even play any 5 because clearly you don't have to run pick. He's playing like a wing. He's actually looking like a wing. Catch and shoot, pump fake, one dribble pull. Like, he's actually looking like a real wing. And it's sad that you see Boucher do this in his first year where he has finally a great opportunity, and yet Pascal, with all the green light in the world, is not doing this. Like, this is what I've been trying to tell. Like, it's sad, man. It's sad. Every time I watch these role players or regular mans or, like, G League capable mans, the guys who just came, like, you're watching guys who have no name for themselves in terms of what the regular fan base, they don't know who they are, and you're seeing them apply more ability than your all-star. It's sad. It's actually sad. My goodness, man. Anyways, like, but the main thing is the fact that the resting guys are still able to win. The fact that, you know, they're trying to, it looks like they're trying to tank. I mean, why are you resting all these guys? Pascal clearly could play. That's why the league fined them. You know what I'm saying? And then yet you rest them because you're expecting to lose. Continuously lose. And that's what it looks like, the route that they're trying to go, because there's no excuse for why Lowry should be out this long off an ankle sprain. There's no excuse why Van Vliet should be out like this off a back. Like, come on now. They have an injury, so you're just milking it, obviously, which other teams do. Like, you see Al Horford sitting out OD, like you've seen it with even the Thunder. Shea, like, there's no way they're still in. Like, come on now. We already know what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to get a pick. You're trying to rebuild, right? You have all those picks. You know OKC has all those picks, so them winning actually makes no sense. You have all those picks. They're trying to cash in on those picks, right? So you already know every last half of the year, right, after All-Star break, whatever, they're going to start resting their main guys. Even Lou Dort pulling, like, Lou Dort getting buckets. Like, come on now, man. A man that they said can't shoot, frying. Like Pascal, man. You can't be watching this and take this. You have to go in the lab. You have to go, like, come on now. Change your mindset. You have to if you that dude. Come on now. Like, this is horrendous at this point. But anyways, like I was saying, like, you see they're trying to tank, but they couldn't because they're winning. And these guys, like, then they have that mentality. It's like, the Raptors are in that situation where it's kind of like gift and a curse. You want to obviously lose. You obviously want to tank. You obviously don't want to make the play-in, right? But then there's a part of you that wants to make the play-in. There's a part of you that You're loving the development and the ability from all these young guys that are playing, and the fact that they're trying and getting winning experience in just, you know, being the focal points, right? Malachi, starting point guard, controlling the tempo. Like, he's getting valuable experience. Valuable experience, right? That's why they say experience is the best teacher. He's getting valuable experience thrown into the wolves, and he's just learning on the fly, right? And that's something's like learning on the fly, and then you're actually winning, because now it's going to matter for when they're in winning situations, right? You want them to, the fact that they're showing the fact that they can handle that and win, you know, and win these games. It's like it's bittersweet. Everything is bittersweet. Everything is a gift and a curse situation, and like it's like you want to tank, but then the fact that you're happy that they're winning because they're showing ability and all, like, it's so many, like, you like this and then you want this, but then you like this, but then you want this, and then you like this, but you don't want, like, there's so much. It's like, it's literally yin yang. That's what it is right now. It's the yin yang Raptors. So when you look at it from that perspective, man, it's just it's literally like, there's benefits to everything. Oh, they're sitting them out. Oh, we can tank, blast. Mans are, oh my God, I'm seeing ability. Mans are winning, blast. We can make the play in. Like, it's like, you know, every man is contradicting. Every man is like, is wishy-washy right now. That's how we are as Raptors fans right now. Everyone's wishy-washy. Like, God damn, man. You know, obviously 1-2, we're mad that they lost, but then in the moment you're happy that, oh my God, ability. Oh my God, great win. Now mans can do the playing. Like, honestly, like, they could do the playing, but like, I remember a lot of y'all was saying you rather them tank and stuff like that. Majority of y'all were saying you rather them tank off my last video, but, you know, you're seeing wins. You're seeing wins. Would you like to see them now go full-fledged and go for the playing? Like, again, you still don't like it because ideally you want them to go for a pick. But like I said, there's so many benefits within the non-benefit. There's so many, you know, gifts within the curse. There's so many, you know what I mean? There's so many cakes within, you know, you're trying to eat it too. There's like, come on. There's so many things that are like both ways. So when you look at it from that perspective, man, like, I don't even know what to feel right now with the Raptors. I really don't. I really don't, man. I really don't, because they're playing with our minds right now. They're playing with everything, pulling on our heartstrings, because at the end of the day, like, this just tells you the identity of the Raptors. You don't, like, it's just not in their blood. It's just not in their blood. They're trying to win. Sorry, they're trying not to win, but they're trying to win at the same time. So, I mean, you know, we'll see. If they keep resting Lowry and all these other guys, and even if it's not Lowry or whatever, if they keep resting, and it's crazy now, you didn't even end up, like, you rested Lowry all this time, and you didn't even trade him and get something for him. And you might lose him for nothing in the offseason. So what was the point? That's how you know that this just shows you that they literally were trying to sell him, but they wanted way too much for him, and then man's dropped out. Then now what you were going to get was going to be straight Garbaggio, straight garbage, straight anus, straight Fugazi. So now you can't do the deal now, right? Because that's like, if you went from this deal to now giving up this, that's horrendous. Or only getting this, that would be horrendous. So now, obviously, they're in a situation where they couldn't do nothing. But now you're not even playing him. You're basically resting him. You're treating him like he's Al Horford. Veteran, sit down, let the young gunners play. You know what I'm saying? And like, bruh, it's just, you know, you should have just traded him then and got at least picks, or, you know, Fiable, whoever, like Maxey, whoever you were going to get. Come on now, young guns, like more young guns, right? Then it would make more sense. But again, you know, I guess, you know, you know how it transpired. But anyways, what I was saying, and before we, you know, come to a closing, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, if they now rest these guys for multiple games, especially this week, then you're going to be like, okay, these men are clearly trying to tank. Clearly trying to tank. And now that you clearly trying to tank, like, you have to now, at some point, Nurse is going to have to, if they're really trying to tank, at some point, Nurse is going to have to manipulate the lineup. He's going to have to, you know, Malachi, Trent, all these guys in the closing, sit them out and play strictly Yuta, Stanley Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Gillespie, or how you say his name, Gillespie, or however you say his name. Watson, right? All the, like, Birch, obviously he's in contract here. Like, even play some Baines. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Bembry, whoever. Like, you got to play those guys, right? So it's like, and even then, they could even still sometimes win. Like, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, like, they're not too far off. Like I was saying, in the standings, obviously they're still number 10 right now. They moved up. So, I mean, if you continuously move up, you continuously win, this changes things. This changes a whole perspective. Like, what do you really do now if you're winning games by accident? What do you really do? Are you just going to have to now bring back Lowry and just, okay, fine, and whatever. We just go full ham on the plane. Like, are you going to have to, you know, abandon your plan, right? So we'll see how this all transpires. But again, the main thing for me is that I like the ability that I'm seeing. I'm liking. I'm getting clarity on who could do what. Obviously, when you get a full-fledged proper team together next year, you know who could do what. You know whose role is what. Like, I like, man, GT coming off bare pin downs. Like he's showing even different skill sets in terms of play actions, right? So like you're seeing a lot of that. You're seeing even Malachi probe, floater, probe, layup. Like you're seeing so much ability. Like I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. Like you understand. Like I'm actually finally watching. Oh my goodness, not bruh. And when I'm watching, like before I was never doing that. I'm watching, Pascal, like all catch and shoot, drive to the paint, like no proper buckets, right? So now you're starting to see ability, and like I said, I like it. So it's like it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet for me, man, because showing those improvements and showing those capabilities definitely helps in the long run. Definitely helps, and you now get more clarity. Like I said, who is gonna do what and who's gonna be a keeper, who is not, who can you let go, who's expendable. Like these are the moments that you get to, you value these moments because you get to really kind of sit back, reflect, and see. It's kind of like tryouts right now. That's kind of like what it is. That's kind of what it is. But anyways, you already know, that's what it is, man. That's what it is.